Hello. Hi, Cryptic. Thank you for the resub. For some reason, I'm crashing after eating 2 boxes of mac and cheese this morning in one sitting. First off, why did you eat 2 boxes of mac and cheese this morning? Second off, why are you surprised that you're crashing? Hi, Merc. Holy shit. You call that boy breakfast? Do I need to be concerned? Plan on eating one, got carried away in a frenzy. What kind of... Huh? Okay. Yes, I should be concerned. Okay. Um, do I need to, like, call a medical team? Do I need to call an ambulance for you, Cryptic? Did you have too much mac and cheese and you're gonna, like, shit your brains out, or, like, what's happening? Anyways, happy Monday. um, small little news. There's probably not gonna be a Wednesday stream this week, but I'll let you guys know if there is or isn't. Small. Just because, I do have 5 straight days of my new job. So I don't know if I'm gonna be, like, exhausted. Hi, Dom. Welcome in. So no promises on a Wednesday stream, but I'll keep you guys updated. I've come with a question. Ask away. Lactose intolerant, so I avoid the bathroom, and you should be good. Well, good thing we have 2 bathrooms. Yeah, otherwise I'm really liking the new job. I've only been there for a couple days. And honestly, I think I'm built to be a receptionist. Feel free not to answer this. Is Lucy short for anything? I always thought it was Lucille. It's actually short for Lucien. Lucienne. I actually went by Lucien Weir EN as a username for the first couple of years I was streaming. And then Twitch did a thing where, like, you could Twitch did a thing where you could, like, rename yourself or, like, change your username for free. So I'm like, sick, because I always referred to myself as Lucy. So I shortened it. Can't believe work is robbing us of the big T goth kitty just for this week, because I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back to back, 9 to 5. No breaks. So I think that might be a little much. Well worth, mind you, but it's gonna be a little much for me to, like, take in immediately. Earworm. Oh shit. Do I have an earworm right now? Never use this redeem. It's used so, I would get songs stuck in my head quite often. And that would be to, like, have you guys prompt me to, like, sing a little bit on stream. Technically, I know the song that's playing, but I don't know where it is in the song currently. Oh no, this isn't, like, the rap part. I don't know that. Tell me something you're watching. It can be anything you enjoy. Okay. Um, let's see. Oh, back in like February-ish? No, that's a lie. Early March. I caught up with every single episode of Criminal Minds. All 18 seasons, which there's going to be a 19th season. I think it's supposed to air sometime this month. Or next month. But I caught up with all 18 seasons of Criminal Minds, every single episode in order. Yes, 18. You out here plotting? No, it was really something for me to like listen to while either I had dinner or I was working on commissions. So it wasn't something I was like super focused on watching, but like I could understand enough to like follow the plot. I have, however, recently started rewatching a show called iZombie. I forget the actress's name, but she's been in a few things. Basically, Seattle gets infected with a zombie virus. And the main chick, her name is Olivia Moore, or Liv Moore, haha, pun name. She works as a medical examiner for the morgue. So she works with the police, with the recently deceased, by eating their brains to help solve the crimes of these people that were killed. Leads to like a whole rabbit hole of like not quite black market things, but like illegal drugs, sort of like the evil corpo antagonist bit for a while. Then there's like because the zombie virus spread some way somehow, they've now renamed it New Seattle, basically walled off, so it's like you have to either sneak in or you have to have like permission to enter and leave Seattle because of the high zombie population. Hi, Day. And that's kind of where we're at now. Some like minor subplot things as well, but like that's the main bit. Are you able to watch them and be okay? I imagine that takes a toll. For the most part, I could watch Criminal Minds with like relatively no impact. I know it does touch on like a lot of darker scenes. There was a couple like heavy episodes where I did kind of stop watching for like a day or two, or even like a week, but then because they use so many of the same plot points, because you can only do so much with a crime show. At some point, you're just like, oh, okay, this is like this episode where it's like, oh, similar plot points. We know that everyone's gonna be okay in the end, more or less. Or if like one of the main cast was hurt in action, it's like, okay, well, we know either they're gonna leave the show because of this injury, or like whatever happened to them, or they're gonna be fine. It's a fictional, yes, it is a fictional show. It is, there is some truth to it. It's a little bit more realistic than some of the other crime shows. But it is all fictional. There's no like magic or like theoretical mystery, airborne illness that like can turn everyone into monsters. No, like it's all very based in actuality. Magic true crime would be an interesting watch. But no, Criminal Minds is like the psychology of serial killers. So what they're doing is it focuses around the Behavioral Analysis Unit, or the BAU, they are the ones that actually go into the psychology and why people do what they do. They have linked it to like very specific traits. So sometimes it is genetic, sometimes it is nature versus nurture. If you grew up in like an abusive household, or you are predisposed to like certain scenarios that could affect something, but it's not like 100% of the time. Some people are just kind of wired differently. Some people, it is genetic, where it is like, oh, like your father had this condition, now you, as you know, child of your father, has this condition, but because it morphed in a certain way that's, you know, made it more susceptible that you can't fight your urges where like your father could, and stuff like that. And there's always like the B and C plot of like what's happening with the characters themselves and like their personal lives. Hi Red, thank you for the care package. Hello. We're talking about Criminal Minds. I watched all 18 seasons from start to finish. Yeah. Most people kind of stopped in the middle when like a specific character left, which I don't blame them. But I persevered and I watched all of it. It was good. I don't know why I never finished. That's fair. It could have been either like the show wasn't updated. We ran out of DVD sets. that would be it. Yeah, I know a lot of people stopped watching after Derek left. Cause like he kind of carried it for a bit. It was before we had Netflix. That's fair. I was determined and I watched all of it, or at least up to date, because they're getting a 19th season sometime this month or next month. So I'm gonna have to find a website to watch that. Now I'm watching iZombie. It's been okay. I'm not. The first couple of seasons of iZombie were like decent, and then I think I'm on season 4 out of 5. It's gotten kind of weird, and even for like the show standards, it's gotten kind of like, you know. Heard of that? Never seen. Seattle gets zombie virus. Main chick gets zombie virus. She works for the medical examiner and the police. She eats brain to solve crime. Makes me wonder how many people have seen like every episode of Law and Order. Yeah. Because I think Law and Order is like a similar thing where it has like a ton of seasons. Definitely would have to be really dedicated. And it's a similar thing too, where it's like they deal with some really heavy topics. So, especially for like SVU, those get like really, really bad. Watching It's Sunny in Philadelphia, and the first season is edgy. It's a lot of no words and stuff. Yeah, SVU airs a lot on regular television. Couldn't stand the propaganda. That's kind of funny. Both Law and Order and SVU have over 500 episodes apiece. Yeah, that's like, you have to be real dedicated to watch SVU and Law and Order. Similar thing of like The Simpsons, because they've had so many seasons. The one piece of propaganda. I think The Simpsons is in like a similar category where like they've had so many seasons and they're still airing. So to be able to watch like from season 1, episode 1 to like whatever the current most, like, it's gonna take you a while to catch up. Your Simpsons fell hard after season 9, maybe 10. I'm not sure. I was never really a big fan of The Simpsons, personally. My dad, however, loves The Simpsons. So, I don't know. He still watches it, even the newer. So I guess it's not that bad, but it might also just be like a, oh, it's on, so I guess I'll watch kind of situation. I don't know. For anything that has like, I want to say more than 5 seasons in like a TV show, you definitely have to be dedicated to like really watch all of it if you really want to watch all of it. Seen a few of the earlier episodes and they were good. Not sure if I'd sit down for the entire thing. That's fair. I don't know. I really like the reason I started watching Criminal Minds from like season 1, episode 1 was because like I had seen random various episodes and I was like, okay, like I recognize some of the characters. Like, when do they show up? How long are they here for? You know, whatever else. And at some point, I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna watch the entire thing, see how long it takes me. And then it just became like a little challenge to myself. So at some point, I caught up. Now I have to wait for whenever the next season comes out to catch up part 2. Um, is definitely like a time. Would I do it again? Probably not. Not because I didn't enjoy watching the episodes. I think it was more, I don't know, there's probably like a handful of episodes I could have easily skipped over and not really cared about and still been like, okay. Yeah, and then at some point, like, certain characters leave, and then sometimes they came back, sometimes they didn't, so like, it'd be kind of a situation of like, oh, well, I could like skip a whole chunk of a season and then they come back and it's like, okay, cool. We're great. Yeah, it'd be a lot of time to dedicate to something I've already watched through. So would I do it again? Probably not. Would I recommend it to someone? 50-50. If you really wanted to, sure. If you don't really care, no. You can only do that if I was showing it to someone else at the same time. I tried to. I tried to show it to the rat. And, he didn't mind. No, this was the thing. He didn't mind, because we would have, so we were long distance. So we would do like a Discord call and we would just be like sharing each other's screens of like whatever we were doing. So like I'd have Criminal Minds playing and then he'd be playing something else like Warframe or Factorio or something. And we would just kind of like casually watch it. At some point, like he did tell me, he's like, oh, like I kind of don't like care for the show. Like I'll watch it with you, but like I'm not gonna be super invested. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. So at some point we stopped watching it together, and I just kind of watched it whenever I had like dinner or I'd be working on commissions or something. He said it nicely. He said it nicely. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah. So it like I don't mind. But yeah, if I were to do it again, I would definitely do it and like share it with someone. Have like a watch along with like friends or something. Meh. Rat mention. See, there's only one rat we like here, and that's Bartholomew. My son, my rat son. That's the only rat we like here. It reminds me that I need to rewatch all 15 seasons of Stargate shows before the new one drops. Well, you better start sooner than later. Yes, the one rat we know is good. My son, who has no relation to the other rat. This is the only good rat we got. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Probably no Wednesday stream this week. Just because I'm gonna have 5 days in a row, back to back, 9 to 5. I don't know if I'll have the energy to stream on Wednesday. If I do, I'll let you guys know. But don't be expecting one on Wednesday, okay? Hopefully as I get more into like the swing of things and like getting used to it, we'll pick up Wednesday streams again. We potentially could add in other days as well, but like, you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. Already sobbing, you'll be okay. If Muse streams, you know, you can hang out with her. She likes hanging out with you guys. I know she doesn't talk too much, but she'll talk in chat. But I'll keep you guys updated. Don't worry. In other happy news, I learned... Okay, hear me out really fast. This might sound bad at first. Hold on. I learned, because I will be full-time, we don't get vision insurance despite me working at a visionary place. Pause. Hold. Don't. No pitchforks yet. However, we get free glasses twice a year, every 6 months, frame and lenses for free, and we get free eye exams. So that makes up for it. Yes. Is that a good trade? Honestly, yeah. Because even with vision insurance, I'm learning on the job. I learned that even with vision insurance, kind of like medical, where you'll most likely have a copay, and or it'll only cover certain things. So like, oh, you might have X insurance, and it'll cover frames up to $300. Okay, cool, but it's only covering one frame up to $300. The other one you're gonna have to either pay out of pocket or you get like a reduced price on it. I get expensive glasses. I have to custom make them or something like 200 plus for 2 pairs. Yeah, because a lot of the times they want you to get multiple pairs. 1, so that you have a backup, and 2, so that you have options. I also have 2 pairs of glasses. There's one I wear pretty consistently, and then there's one that I just keep on on my desk at home. They're the same thing. They're different frames, but they're the same prescription, the same, you know, whatever coating on the lenses. I like wearing one more than the other, and this is the second one is just like, oh, well, I don't want to get up and go back to my like nightstand, so there's a pair on my desk. Glasses aren't quite expensive. The more expensive part is the actual lenses themselves. Because those are fine-tuned per person. On top of like whatever coatings and bullshit that you get on the lenses themselves. Yeah, sunglasses can be more or less off the shelf. So there are like store brand. So like whatever, like, the actual store brand is versus, like, oh, fashion brand, so, like, Ray-Bans, or, what's another one? Like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, like the high-end brands, those are gonna cost way more than, like, the in-store brand. So, some of them are on the cheaper end, like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 bucks for the frames. The real money is where is the lenses, because those are going to be designated for you specifically. Your eyeballs, how you need to see whatever coating, so like blue light blocking, anti-glare, anti-fog, whatever shit you put on there. That's the real money bit of, like, oh, that's gonna rack you up to like $300. Yeah, the transitional tinting. Anything ever happens to my eyes, now I have info. I will be more than happy to feed you insider information that is definitely not illegal. Smiles. Same for contacts. I learned contacts are crazy expensive for the same purpose. I don't wear contacts. My eyes are just too sensitive to have anything in them. So, for better or for worse, I do only wear glasses. But, like a month's supply of contacts, depending on their brand, can be like a couple hundred. Sometimes higher if you have like specialty, like astigmatism, where you have like two different prescriptions for your eyeballs. So like one has one and the other has something else. They also come in different shapes. And by that I mean like the curvature, so that it matches and can like suction onto your eyeball. I hate learning the sales half of my job, because I will be trained in sales, but I'm not going to primarily be doing sales. This is also like the weirdest job for me to have, because I have a thing about eyeballs. So I was really hoping I didn't have to do the sales half of things. I get really squeamish. Like, I'm not a very squeamish person. Like, I can watch someone have, like, blood gushing out of them. I can watch, like, tattoos or, like, needles or whatever. Maybe I'll wince a little bit just of like, the kind of, like, ew factor. Anything with eyes, even, like, is someone putting in or taking out contacts, I want to, like, vomit. Like, it makes me... I'll get goosebumps. I'm like, ugh, no. Even like stories of people like people having things done to their eyes, even if it's like normal, like, oh, like, I'm getting LASIK, I'm getting surgery, like, will freak me out a little bit. So this is like the strangest job I've certainly gotten to sign up for. I also have a weird thing about eye contact, so it's definitely a strange line of work for me to be in. People getting LASIK reminds me of the scene from Dead Space 2. You're gonna have to tell me what that is. I haven't seen Dead Space 2. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's like a laser in their eyeball. My dad's ex-wife. Huh? Your mother? What? My dad's ex-wife got LASIK. They broadcast the procedure in the waiting room. What? Before my mother. Oh, interesting. Sounds like she's not gonna play Dead Space 2. Probably not. Most likely not. You just slowly drive this needle. No! You have to drive a needle into your character's eye and you fuck up the QTE. Oh no! Ah! No. No, I could not. If I were to ever play, I need someone else to do that for me. I would have to turn away and someone else has to do it. No, I I will not be looking this up. Thank you. God damn. No, no thank you. No, thanks. I had a friend tell me that they had gotten into like a car accident. Like this was years and years and years ago. But they had gotten into like a car accident. They had like a glass shard get like flung into their eye and I was like panicking. I was like, "Oh my god, no." That's the only time you'll see me be like really really squeamish is anything happening with eyeballs. Maybe like some excessive gore without my eye getting right? It's awful. Like I can live with being deaf because I know some sign language and I could definitely learn more for American Sign Language. So like if I go deaf, I'll be okay. If something happens to my eye, I don't know if I can like figure out how to navigate my surroundings as like a blind person. I genuinely don't think I'm gonna have an easy time figuring that one out. No. Fun facts about Lucy. Very squeamish about eye things. I only know one sign language, the rude one you use while driving. That's so funny. That's something I wanted to do on stream actually for a while. But A, I need a 3D model, and B, a way to track that 3D model is I wanted to do like streams where me and chat, you guys can learn bits of sign language together. Because it's a good skill to have, genuinely. Get LASIK on stream, God no. My prescription isn't even that high, I don't think. Right? Like, I think that would be an interesting time. Used to know a little bit when I was younger. I knew, when I was younger, I knew a very small amount of sign language because my childhood best friend, my only friend growing up, her younger sister is deaf. And so when I would go over to her house, I knew like the handful of signs to like kinda communicate or like at least like to like say hi or like ask where someone is, ask how she's doing. Just like the really like basic things, but like enough to like get the point across. Cool idea, but my interest in ASL is pretty low. That's fair. I think if I were to do it, it would probably be like a series. But I'm also not qualified to teach sign language. So I can only give like general knowledge. But like I know enough to like have a small conversation. I'm not fluent. I was like actually learning it for a while. Like I was taking an online course for a bit. I still have all the notes and flashcards and not flashcards because I made them myself, but like the worksheets and whatever things. So I could definitely pick it up again pretty easily. I'd be willing to learn alongside. It'd be too late to talk to my grandpa with it, but it'd still be nice to know. Yeah, it's a nice skill to have, especially for like not that you're gonna run into a deaf person like super often, even though it is a very common condition, but just to like know enough signs to even just like communicate like across the room to somebody that also knows it. So you don't have to be shouting, or you can use it in crowds because it's visual, and you can use it like through windows and you know, it's just a nice tool. And then on top of, if you do happen to run into someone that is deaf and uses sign language, you can try to help a little bit. You can try to communicate them and maybe set them in the right direction of whatever it is that's happening. So it's a nice little skill. I've used it definitely a handful of times in some previous jobs. I used to work at Panera right out of high school. There was this really sweet deaf couple that would come in, kind like not weekly, but like every other week, I think. And they would always come up to my register because they knew at some point they knew that I could like sign enough to like order with them without them having to like type on their phone or write it down. So I would put their order in for them. And then I would flag them over for when their meal was ready. Yeah, it is super sweet. There's a couple times in I worked at Bath and Body Works for a while as well. There's a deaf kid that came in. I'm not sure if he was like actually looking for something or he was just kind of like dicking around, just kind of like smelling shit. But I did kind of walk up to him and be like, "Hey, like how can I help you?" Because I noticed he was signing to like a couple of friends. And he was kind of shocked. He's like, "Oh, uh, like, do you have?" And he'd like point to like a candle and then like point to like the soap. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'd tell him like, "Oh, like, wait here." I'm moving my hands like you guys can see, but I'd be like, "Oh, like, wait here. Go check." If we had it, I would come back with the thing. If we didn't, I would, you know, relay the information like, "No, I'm sorry. We don't have it." It's a shame sign language isn't universal. There's the same language barrier there. Yeah, it's every country has their own version of sign language, which is good and bad because again, it's not universal, but it's also like a just kind of like English isn't universal. Other countries have their own languages, French, Spanish, German. They all have their own version of sign language, which is really nice. So it's definitely like area specific. Some of the signs do like just kind of generally have like a universal meaning, like waving at someone generally means hi or bye. So it's not like that obscure, but like if you're gonna get into like numbers, letters, specific words, like those might differ either maybe a little bit, it might differ a lot. So it's definitely dependent. There's also no shame in writing it or texting it. Unfortunately, a lot of deaf people have learned to do that because sign language just isn't taught readily in a lot of spaces. So they've kind of learned to like text to speech or write down whatever their inquiries are or their conversation, which sucks. I do kind of wish that um, sign language was like a thing more readily available and taught in public schools. Yeah, right? Like my high school didn't have it. Um my childhood best friend's high school did. Granted, she already knew a lot of the signs. Um but she took it anyway just to sort of like fine tune it a little bit better. Um but I wish it was more like easily accessible to the general populace because again, it is another language. What should be a more common language. And it's not crazy hard. It's your hands. You use your hands every day. What's one more thing to learn? You know? I don't know. I feel like everyone should have access to just general things that would be helpful. But fortunately, that can't always be acted upon just due to circumstance or government or financial whatever. Like, you know, wish it could be more easily accessible. Anyway, I've been yapping for like 45 minutes. Oh, a little less than that. Probably 40 minutes. Let's get into some murders, shall we? We love yap. I don't I don't yap a whole ton. Uh, 0. There we go. Turn this off. So many disabilities and barriers, it's hard to support everyone. Yeah, that is true. Nope. Don't want that. I hit new game by accident. Don't want that. I like uh fuck. Well, there we go. Thank you for the lurk. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? There it is. Load game. Thank you. I do also have my dinner with me, so I will be probably eating again while they're having dialogue. Um, there was a thing. Maybe I have to go into like Moon. That's new. This is new. Nothing new here. Okay. Is it 2 boxes of mac and cheese? No, actually, it is similar to garlic bread. It's like pizza bread minus the sauce, but I put the sauce on the side to dip it in. Pizza bread, I guess? Cool. That's a lot of things. Okay, let's go to the moon. See what's happening there. Yeah, pizza with extra stuff. Apocalypse. We're addressing this now. Okay. Will this thing? Question marks. Okay, because we're not entirely sure what's happening. I do like that they have the goofy ass pictures with it though. If I turned this off, there we go. Okay, continue.
Carlos isn't coming.
Wait, what? What is he doing? He promised he'd come. Maybe he's...
Don't say it.
I'm going to go check in the lounge.
Hey, Junpei!
Pause. For anyone, I guess, catching up with us, we learned a lot of information last stream. So, we learned Q, the kid, is not actually a kid and is working alongside Zero, unbeknownst to him. We learned there's special pods that can manipulate time and space, so that our characters can jump between timelines, except Junpei, Akane, and Carlos are special, and they can do it themselves because fuck you, it's from 999, I guess. We learned that their watches are not synced up, so everyone has like an hour off. So every time that one set would go to sleep, a different one would wake up, as well as their main communal area was all shared. So they thought they were in 3 different wards. They were actually all in the same one ward, and the panels on the walls were kind of like TV screens, and they would just like change to match to whatever group it was for. We're now in the cycle where Carlos has jumped to a different timeline, activated the time pods, because you can only... The 3 that can jump timelines on their own has to do it within dire circumstances, like they're about to die. The time pods will do it whenever, but they have to recharge for 10 years. So it's kind of like a one and done situation. Carlos going, I won't die, and then getting fucking ventilated. Yeah, he got Swiss cheese pretty bad. So now they're in the situation of Carlos said he would use the pods to come back to this timeline. Now they're concerned that either he actually died or he could have jumped to a different timeline by accident. We're not sure. So we're figuring that out currently. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Wait, this is Ward D? Wait, what the hell is... Oh, what happened? Oh, I better get Akane.
My guess is that something exploded.
Exploded?
A bomb went off in the decontamination room.
Who'd do that? Unauthorized escape.
Do you get it? D-Team set the bomb.
Oh, and that's how the ceiling collapsed in that room. But why is it now completely buried in sand?
The ceiling probably gave in a little while after they escaped.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm glad to hear that.
a history where I'm alive and you are dead. Seems you found your way here safely.
Zero.
As promised, the important information. First, Akane. A history you find yourself in. Is that one?
What? No!
The first Radical 6 patients have left. They should reach the hospital shortly. The pandemic is unavoidable now. The virus is spreading all over the world.
That's a damn lie. It has to be!
No, it is the truth. Free the Soul's plan is progressing smoothly.
Then that's gotta mean you're that cult's.
Correct. I am the founder of Free the Soul. Many call me brother.
You bastard! Thanks to your shitty dream, 6 billion people will.
Don't be mistaken. If we do nothing now and let time pass, an even worse future awaits. A religious fanatic will trigger a nuclear war with a terrorist attack. 8 billion. All of mankind will perish. Unfortunately, the fanatic's identity is unknown. Therefore, I decided to kill 6 billion people.
Why?
By doing so, I will have a 75% chance that they are among the virus's casualties. To tell the truth, history has proven me right.
Okay. So, this is the timeline where Mira was a bitch and had the Radical 6 syringe and injected it into, I believe, Phi. Is either Phi or Diane. And died because they were behind the door. It was Phi, thank you. Mira injected Phi with the Radical 6. Q-Team got blown up. Sigma kind of got blown up. He lost his arms and an eye. They did take the exit elevator that goes up to the surface, and they were able to radio transmit to, I forget the group, but like the ones that they were actually like trying to work with as like the Mars mission. Finally was able to get in contact with them, told them to like, hey, send paramedics, send people. Now they're currently on their way to the hospital. These guys jump to this timeline to see that they are in fact dead in this timeline. Hopefully Carlos shows up. And Akane's mission was, I guess, part of the government to, or some sort of agency to stop the Radical 6 virus. We've now just learned that Zero is brother, quote unquote brother, from Free the Soul. I don't know if we ever learned brother's name from VLR or 999. I think VLR, I think, is more pertinently the one that probably dealt with it. I don't think we ever learned brother's name. So we kind of know who it is, but also kind of don't.
So, to kill one person, you'll sacrifice 6 billion?
It is to save 2 billion people.
And that's how you used Radical 6.
You don't believe that's the ethical choice?
Not really, no.
What? Of course I don't!
Is that all you think human lives are worth? Do you feel nothing as you kill off a whole bunch of innocent people?
But that's just the way of life.
Of course not.
Sinner or innocent, people will die or be killed in an unjust manner. Like your parents.
Oh, that's mean.
What are you talking about?
Your father was sentenced to death for a crime he didn't commit. In grief, your mother killed herself.
Oh.
That's wrong! My parents were involved in an accident.
You were likely told that, but it is a lie. What I shared just now is the truth.
No!
Think about it. If your father hadn't been falsely accused, how different your life would be. You'd never have been involved in that child abduction case 10 years ago. And clearly, the incident a year ago would not have happened either.
So that's the events of 999.
The path you walked during your life would have been completely different too. The smallest things have a drastic effect on a person's life.
Yes, the butterfly effect.
That's just the way it is.
But that doesn't mean that you have free reign to just mess with the lives of people like that.
Only God decides who lives and who dies.
Oh, to think you, of all people, would invoke God. Very well. I will let you see the true God that we believe in.
What?
You, of course, see the clothing laying on the bar counter. The evening of April 12th, 2029. Wear those and take part in our ceremony. There, I shall tell you the secrets of the world.
Okay. I recognize those clothes from 999 when this is like super late game. You find Snake dressed up in those robes because he got stuffed into a coffin and was going to be sacrificed. And basically like suffocate to death. I don't recall in VLR if anyone had those same robes from the Free the Soul group. Because, what's his face? The blonde asshole with the top hat. Or, like, frankly, any of the flashbacks. Yeah, Dio, thank you. I remember him as the blonde asshole with a top hat. The asshole, the fucker, yeah. I hated him. He sucked. Anyway, I don't think in any of his flashbacks or Alice or Clover, I don't think any of them had any robes for Free the Soul in those flashbacks. Not that I can remember, at least. So the only way I'm recognizing this currently is from 999. When they were trying to sacrifice Snake in the coffin, / you free him from the coffin, and then, you know, the events that follow that.
There's no way I'd ever go.
No, you will most definitely come.
Don't say it like that.
Well, that is, if you manage to escape the shelter.
Just watch. I'll get out soon.
Of course we will. Diana's bringing back a rescue team.
Nothing to say, really.
They even have any reason to believe that the two of you are alive.
That's fair.
There is no rescue. Then the remainder of your lives will carry out at this sacred site.
Sacred site?
This is the sacred site, where the birth of Brother, founder of Free the Soul, occurred.
Oh no. Oh no. I think I know who Brother is now. I'm going to mod the game, and the only thing I'll change is change that sentence to sitcom. That's crazy. Anyway, I think I figured out who Brother is. Just from that sentence alone. Oh, that sucks. Wait. I don't want to say anything yet. I have a really huge hunch. You know what? Fuck it. I will say it. So you know the timeline where Diana and Sigma were stuck here for 10 years because of the pods? They ended up having twins, so they had Phi, and they had her twin brother. I think they named him Delta. That is the only births that we're aware of that happen in this facility, unless there's like a different timeline we haven't explored yet. And someone else gives birth. But that's my thought right now. So we'll see, I guess.
You were born here?
Yes, but raised elsewhere. The moment we were born, we were transferred to the past via the transporter. Back.
They fucked? Yeah, Diana and Sigma did. That confirms it. So this is Delta, I think is the name. I don't think they gave him like a absurd name. I remember it being like the triangle, which is Delta. Because they, when they transported them back in time, they wrote like the Latin symbols on the respective foot. So Phi had Phi, Delta had Delta on their feet. So that then when they were sent back in time to whoever found them would know that that's their name.
April 1904.
1904?
1904?
Wait. Did you just say we?
Yes,
Do you mean your little brother?
Not Q.
it's true. I have a younger brother, but not related by blood. He was the son of the couple who raised me.
Then
Let me clarify. My we is referring to my younger sister. You know this person very well. It appears I've spoken too long. But I will impart to you something very important. The spell to open Pandora's box. We were Odier. Remember these words well. It will come in handy someday.
we wait. Odie?
It's Latin. Live for today.
Is that might be the last password we need. So that's the box.
I wonder what's happened to Carlos.
Maybe he won't be coming.
Why would you say that?
Maybe nobody's going to come to save us. Like Zero said, Diana and the others probably don't know we're alive in here. It'll just be us two, in this place, forever.
No, I think there's someone else. Or maybe more like something.
What, Q? Oh, Gab! Gab is still here. Gab is consistent in every timeline. So then what's Gab got to
I'm
do?
glad you're safe.
Hey, look. Isn't there something in his collar?
We love Gab. What is that?
Anagram?
Oh, yeah, that's when you rearrange the letters of a word or phrase.
But we need to know the sentence to work from.
Whatever the fuck's on the wall.
Sentence. Huh.
It's been an anagram in every, like, room.
Oh, hey, Akane, do you remember the Ward C Lounge?
Yes,
What did it say on the wall?
I think it was... Let the game end where I treat two.
Can we make any other phrases using all the letters from that?
I could not do this. This is out of my wheelhouse.
Well, it's not perfect, but together with me, we are 10. But if that's what it is, there are leftover letters.
How many?
5 extra letters. L, D, A.
Oh my god.
The thing is, I don't know what word I could make out of them.
But what could together with me, we are 10 mean?
It could be saying, if you're with me, then there are 10 of us.
10?
I mean, there are plenty of other ways to read. Where are
No,
you going,
it's-
Junpei?
It's that. Together with me, comma, delta, comma, we make 10.
Hey, why isn't Q on this board?
This Q's not
Why?
real.
Well, because he's not dead.
Wait, he's still alive?
I think so.
Huh, Q is alive. We are 10. What? No.
Oh! Why'd the wall blow up? What happened? Please let that be Carlos.
Sorry about the wait.
Oh, let's go!
I guess I was the one waiting. I promised, didn't I? That I'd come back for you.
Wait, are you?
Yes, ma'am. That's our Chad firefighter.
Hey, Junpei, Akane, I'm here to save you.
Let's go! He made it. What a champ. Oh. Okay. Credits and then
So,
next bit.
let me get this straight. You shifted to the history where you pushed the yellow button.
I can't leave with you guys.
Huh?
I made a promise in another history that I'd definitely save you two.
Then you went back in time 10 months by activating the unused transporter?
So you guys would be able to transport to this history. I needed 10 months to charge the device again after I used it.
And then you just waited for a long time.
That's right.
Yeah.
You didn't think of stopping Zero's plan?
If I did that, then I couldn't have met you guys, right?
I mean, that's fair, but also,
That was
like...
one hell of a thing you did.
Huh?
Do you know what happened because of you? Mira and Eric died. Sigma lost his arms and an eye, and he's in the hospital!
That's not all. Zero said the first Radical 6 patients have left.
It's too late. We can't stop the spread of the virus.
What happened today is going to result in 6 billion people.
Stop with the zoom-ins, please. They don't flatter anyone.
This is the end. I have to start over from the beginning.
Start over?
We'll start now and spend the next 45 years preparing for my plan.
You have a plan?
In 45 years, I'm going to call Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the future.
Yep.
We must
Send them to the
do it,
moon.
or we can't save all those people.
And that's how VLR goes.
You, Akane. Let me join Crash Keys, or whatever you're calling it.
I can't do that.
Why?
I'm going to need you to forget everything you know, Junpei.
What?
I'm really sorry.
Ah!
Hey, Akane!
What did you do? Oh my god.
No, you can't be. Why?
Junpei, I will never forget you.
Oh, I would have bet you guys. Yay.
Forget me. You need to forget.
No, I don't want to. I'll never forget. No matter what happens, I won't. I won't.
Oh.
Akane, why?
I do what I must to accomplish my goals. That is just how I am. Even if that means I must lose my life, I swear I'll make the AB project a success.
So you're the asshole that decided that playing the prisoner's dilemma was a great idea. First time I saw this scene is, this is a dumbass game and I hate it. That's so funny. Sea end. The moon. Okay, so now we're missing the couple last little bits of endings. Okay. That, we have this. I do want to go here because I think we have this. I was legit hyped through the moon for this one, and so much of it was fucking moronic. Hey, you know, they can't all be winners, alright? Can we go here? No, because we know Zero's name. We also know Q's name. But I think we tried doing Q's name, and it I was like, nuh-uh. But here's our moon ending. This is... Yeah, this is the Q Team branch that we haven't explored yet, the new one. I want to jump here really quick and put in Delta and see if that triggers anything. If it doesn't, then we'll move on.
I'm really sorry.
What? What?
Sean, you...
Out of all your choices, you kill him?
What?
Addendum Forska Venuska Ova. This is yet another.
What? Huh? Q's actually a secret character named Glub Shit. No, his name's Sean. We learned that.
Destiny.
It's another asshole. Like what? What did we shoot the cameraman? Wrinkle in Time. Shoot that person. Perceptive End. That's kind of funny, actually. Okay, that wasn't like a real anything. That's kind of funny. But also like... Yeah, shoot that guy. So now we have... that. But also like... Because that's the library. Where I had like the fancy chair, you put in like a code, it'd go up and grab a book and come back down. It had like the weird statues, had the different safes in it. We checked the whole room. There was no one else in there besides those three. So like fucking Q turns around and shoots the narrator? Like, what, huh? Huh? Thank you. They'll go off separately.
She was a fairy.
Yeah, you can't combo them as redeems. I can combo them as like I can hit the hotkeys for them, but you won't like the sound effect. It honestly, it doesn't look that much different. It really doesn't. I can promise you that. So let me... Okay, we had gotten a password for the box. Thank you, sister. We got an password for the box. I don't know if it's for this box. We're gonna try it. No, because this is numbers.
No.
No, this was strictly numbers. So that word This anagram. Both love and luck help the bold. Activate. Yeah, there we go. So they're off by like a couple hours. Where the air ducts go? Inside simply a small space for Gab where he often rests on a rug. Oh. Yeah, and you just kind of hang out until the next team wakes up. Murders, post-apocalypse. Okay, nothing else is new. We have all these covered. Okay, so we're missing this. I don't remember if we found it already or not. I want to say we haven't. Time dilemma. QT box. No, go away. I don't want AI mode. Go away. You've gotten through to the ending, which leads to VLR. Zero will say something about Pandora's box near the end. Is it a birth date? No, I don't think it's a birth date. Alright, one of these down. Various stickies. No, that's from... No, so that's actually someone's phone number. What number is that for? We'll find that out later. This was... This is a puzzle. We already have that answer. We've got that covered. That's not anything. No, it's not a birth date. It is... It's an 8-digit code. I have like scattered sticky notes around my desk. That is not it. That's not anything. Silk Song related. Those are for taxes. I feel like I wrote another set of numbers down. It's not anything. That's not anything that's gonna actually be thrown out. This can also be thrown out. Just curious because the birthday has 8 numbers. No, I saw the first numbers of 3. So it's not. I don't think it's a. Pretty sure it's not a birth date. That's for. No. Okay. This is not anything. I guess I didn't, or if I did, I threw it out already. Oops. Oh well, we're gonna be getting it shortly, it seems, so I'm not like that worried about it. Oh, okay. Sorry. I think specifically we might be getting it from here. Incidentally. So... Eh... Yeah.
Why? Why?
Shut up! He was trying to make me look the fool. He probably figured I wouldn't shoot. Looks like he figured wrong.
No! No!
Hey, cut that out, Eric. No. I won't stop. Not until you're all dead.
Well, we know Carlos is in another timeline, so it's
Say
fine.
already. Because one of us is the one who killed Mira. It's you, isn't it?
I told you, it's not
You're gonna have to prove it.
proof. I don't have any.
Then I'm killing you.
Wait! Please wait!
How many fucking shotgun shells you got in there, buddy? You can only hold so many.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe if I take this helmet off, I think you'll understand then.
So, your face will prove your innocence? Fine. Take it off.
The number for this is... I think it's...
Oh, fuck. I think I have this number. I think it's that one. Yep, it is.
What? Are you serious?
Schrodinger's cat.
No!
Now, how do you talk if your helmet's off?
Yeah. I'm
Oh, okay.
not human.
That looks so fucking weird.
That makes you even more suspicious.
No, it's because I'm not human that I can't be.
What do you mean?
Are you just gonna put it back on? Okay. But you're not an alien.
My blood, it's white, not red.
So what?
Remember how Mira had some skin and blood under her nails? Wait, well I guess you wouldn't because of the memory loss, but
No. You're right. When I tried to revive Mira, I took a look at her.
then you realized
Can't be
I think
cute.
the skin and blood is that of the killer. Before Mira died, I think she did her best to resist.
I see. I suppose you're right then. You didn't kill her. But no. It doesn't change the fact that you existing is suspicious.
That's fair.
I mean, come on. Why is a robot here?
Well,
I mean, you shooting him isn't gonna solve anything.
because Zero brought me in.
What the?
Zero created me so I could support him in this game.
I knew it! Wait, Eric! Out of my way! I'm gonna kill him!
Please, just calm down,
He's a
Eric.
robot.
If what he said is true, then he would be able to tell us who Zero is.
Maybe. Maybe not. Just because Q knows that he works for Zero doesn't mean he knows who Zero is. Well, someone please steal that gun and bash Eric's brain with it.
No?
Yeah. Yes.
Fine.
Do you?
No? Then tell me right now who the real Zero is. What's the name of the bastard who locked us up and forced us to take part in this messed up game?
Oh, okay, so
Zero.
I have to answer it.
Zero's name is...
Give a time limit? Okay. So, we know who Zero is. We have his name. Time to guess! I'm also a little curious that if we put someone else's name in, is Eric just gonna shoot them? Like, if I put in Sigma, is he gonna, like, flip out and, like, flip over to Sigma and shoot him? I gotta know. I gotta know, Chad. We're risking Sigma. I'm sorry.
Sigma, is that true? Does
Yeah,
it sound
Sigma.
like it is? I figured. You just threw out a name, didn't you? I hate that kind of person the most.
Okay. That's an ending where, like, we don't have the right person. I mean, he's a robot. You're fucking delusional. What if we put Gab?
I'll just kill all of you!
Okay, you're just crazy psycho. Hi, Kyler. Good night, Kyler. They really are. They're all just fucking goofy silly. Yeah, you proud of yourself? Oh.
I'm coming to you, Mira.
Oh, okay. Far too many. Far too many. Well, now everyone's dead except Gab. Okay. Okay. I do wanna, 'cause we know the name, but we also have this, which, okay, if we put in the wrong code. Gab the cameraman. Gulp shit out. Glub shit out. Yeah. If I just put in a bunch of fucking numbers, nothing happens. Just put all zeros. There we go. So we quote unquote don't know the code.
Crap! I don't know!
I don't think I've heard.
You bastard!
I don't think we've heard Q swear.
Fucking with me, aren't you?
What? Just outright? And then you're gonna see he doesn't bleed. The cameraman is dead. He dude, that's true. Just everyone's dead. Everybody. Okay, so bad end. We didn't get the code. Okay. Okay. Now go back to here. You are 0. Oh, we know his name's Delta. Delta. It's me. Who the fuck is Delta?
0. The real 0 is... you, Delta.
Who are you pointing at?
Delta?
I've heard that name before.
The dog?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Is Gab not
You
real?
guys wouldn't know. Because you transported into this history.
Oh, would you stop yapping, Sean?
When did you learn his
This old
name?
man's name is Q.
That's right.
That's what he was called at DCOM.
Yeah, I called him that. And Mira, she always called this man Q, too.
Then...
What? What? Okay. Was like Gab a camera? What are we looking at right now? Hello? You look like fucking... Surprise, he's always here. You know what he looks like? Or who he looks like, rather? Yeah, fucking mystery extra guy. He kind of looks like Wesker. A little bit. He kind of looks like Wesker. Ew. He kind of looks like Wesker a little bit. Just a little bit, like the same kind of like older like Wesker. Oh no. 7 minutes. Yeah.
He stood.
Oh my god.
This guy totally stood.
Holy shit.
You're completely correct, Sean. My real name is Delta.
He spoke.
I thought you were supposed to be deaf.
That's crazy.
Okay, and here we are.
He sounds like him too.
You will be living together here in the decom facility.
The old man in the wheelchair too?
Uh-huh. His name is Q. It should be obvious, but he can't walk. What's more, he can't see or hear either.
He can't hear.
Nope.
But then why?
Strangers living together on Mars for an extended period of time?
Hold on.
What kind of problems?
Hold on. You're telling me this man posed as someone blind, someone deaf, someone that can't walk, and he's been just kind of perusing around the crew this whole time? I I kind of hate that as like a plot twist of like, oh yeah, no, he's just been around and you just like never noticed him ever at all. It would have made more sense for like one of the TV screens to pop in and be like, oh yes, you figured out my identity, and then he just kind of walks out. That would have made a lot more sense. But him just being like, oh yeah, no, we've just been here the whole time. I'm just like constantly behind the crew or like just off screen. That's so stupid. I actually kind of hate that.
What would that bring? How would the subjects figure out solutions to the resulting troublesome situations? According to the DCOM staff, that's what the experiment was trying to determine.
Like the chair-bound old man. He put us in a difficult position on purpose, to observe how we'd get out.
This was our little hint. The one weird off chance.
Your eyes.
What the fuck is with your eyes?
This is...
There are a large variety of security cameras in place throughout the shelter. A feed of all the footage is fed in. They all appear there.
So, you used that to spy on us the whole time?
Yes, I did. However, it is limited to those histories where I am alive.
Also, sir? What the fuck is with your eyes? You also said something about maybe the old man. Yeah, right? Like, they moved it to Gab, so I thought like Gab was like a robot too. When they pan, it's like, oh, it's Delta, and then like Q points to like the general direction that Gab's in, and then they have the videography feed that looks like it's coming from Gab. So I'm like, is Gab also a robot? That would make sense. And then like, I was expecting like an audio transmission of like Plague Doctor Delta being like, oh yes, you figured out my secret, and then he walks in through like one of the fucking doors. Sir, what the fuck happened to your eyes? Why are they blackened out in purple? Okay, I can't judge the eye color because Akane also has like pinkish purple eyes, but like, why are your scleras black, sir? There's a hint that an old man was in the room. They showed Gab. I hate it. This is such like... This is like an out of nothing plot twist. Which is kind of like the worst kind, because like a good plot twist, you'll have like little bits of information to make like a coherent thing. This is like, oh, haha, we did like 2 times we mentioned an old man. I hope you remember those. And it definitely isn't the dog. This is so stupid.
Alive.
Histories?
Hey, Sigma, go take off his clothes.
What? Why? Eric, what the fuck? What do you mean take off his clothes? Nail marking? I guess. Eric has strange preferences, and he should be judged. No, like, okay, that makes sense of like, oh, check him for like if he was scratched. But not, you know, just blatantly like, take off his clothes. Huh? Also, when he walked up to Sigma, I was kind of hoping he'd be like, hello, father. But he just took back his stupid fucking glasses.
Huh? Just hurry and do it!
There is no need.
Sir! Elaborate!
This is what you wanted to see.
Okay,
correct?
yes, great. Thank you.
You bastard!
Hold on, don't do it, Eric!
If you shoot, we won't be able to ask him anything.
So, was it you who killed Junpei too?
No. Mira was the one who did that.
What?
She was, in a sense, a collaborator. She was a necessary element of my plan. But it wasn't that I gave her a specific set of orders. I simply let her roam free and do as she pleased. Oh, I did exempt her from the drug injections.
Then why? Why'd you kill Mira?
She's a serial killer. The Heart Ripper. Many innocent people lost their lives because of what she's done.
I kind of figured that she was.
I only gave her her due punishment.
She was trashing her simp.
Talking about?
Yeah, she
Stop
killed a lot of people.
bullshitting me.
No, she killed a lot of people, my guy.
In another history,
I'm
you
pretty sure she killed your mom.
and Diana and Sigma were all murdered by her.
I can
Shut up.
believe that.
You're just making shit up.
Nope.
I will never believe you.
Okay.
There's no way my angelic Mira would ever.
No, she would.
Ah!
No, Eric! Don't shoot! We haven't asked him everything yet.
Shut up! I don't care! The X door will never open again!
It'll open. Of course it will.
What?
So, should we ask him how?
Right. The old man. Delta. I see. I get it now.
We need this boy. I mean, Sean. He needs to get direct access to the central control computer. Is that right?
But
What?
to connect to it directly, I need to extend a cable from my neck and plug it into the console jack that's inside. But, well,
It looks like the cover is shut.
yeah. We would need to open this first.
What's the code?
Code?
Don't play dumb. The code to open the damn cover.
It's 3808-0832.
It opened.
Now we just need to extend the cord and connect it. Okay, it's ready. Just wait a sec. I'll open the extra.
Why?
No! No! My.
Why'd
my
you
hand just-
why'd you shoot Sigma? Wait.
No use for this history. There's only one thing left to do.
What happened?
No! Wait! Don't!
What? Are you like mind controlling him? What's happening? Huh? How did you make him shoot? Yeah? What about Diana?
Mom.
Yep. Yeah. We already knew that. It came from within. We have the little plague mask. Cool, okay. We have our last ending, which is going to be on this side. We have the Q box answer now. So here. Pandora's box. You might finish it today, chat.
No, what?
First,
This is 38080832. I do like that this isn't just like a code that you can just punch in. Like it has to be really specific.
Ah, it opened!
now all we have to do is insert the plug here.
So where is this plug?
I think
In my brain.
if we input the right numbers here.
Do I have to do this again?
Wait. What do numbers for your head have anything to do with the plug for this?
I should just do it. You might get it then.
Stop
I should
avoiding
just
the
do it.
question.
Do you even know what should go there?
Yeah.
The numbers are,
Do I have to input it again? Oh, I do. Okay. Well, good thing I still have that. Kind of wondering why there's like a double set where we have 4040 in the middle of that one, and then we had 0808 for the box down there. I was wondering how that happened, or was it like strictly random?
Are you kidding me? You're
A robot? That's fair. I mean, that's a reasonable response. To essentially see like a headless kid.
Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
How can I? I mean, it's a robot. For real. Could you maybe do something about it?
Wait, we just took that off.
is this better?
No?
Now the shape brings out your eyes.
So this doesn't freak you out or anything at all?
I could say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me. I'm just not that type. You could have been a Martian for all I care.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first found out. I thought my heart was in my throat.
You don't have a heart.
Hey, hold on. Did you say when you first found out?
Uh-huh.
I meant it happened to me before. In the past. In another history.
Another?
I
Yup.
remembered everything when I saw what I looked like earlier.
Yep.
You see, my brain isn't located in this head. My thought center is there, inside the quantum computer. That is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body. For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command. Just like a remote-controlled toy.
Kind of like a VTuber.
Did you know? A quantum state is one where all possibilities overlap and coexist. This quantum computer, then, is able to use this state and run, say, simulations A, B, and C simultaneously. Basically, my brain is an infinite number of worlds and possibilities.
I do appreciate the
So I
weird
can use
needles
that
sticking out of
brainwave
the eyeball brain quantum computer
well,
thing.
Jump between other histories.
Oh, there's no way.
That I could do that? But it's possible that you two might be undergoing the same thing.
It's very possible.
There's a theory. Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain. It's called quantum mind. It's more or less suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer. If a specific set of conditions are met, then you too can
Jump to other histories?
This sounds like crazy
Well,
talk.
it was less wiki article
Don't believe me?
and
Of course
more
not.
just canon
Oh.
to the world.
I don't blame you. I guess I should explain everything then.
Yeah, get to it.
Start at the beginning.
Before I begin, I need to do one little thing.
What did you just do?
Just a little something.
Nothing changed. Huh.
That we can see. But it looks like the message changed.
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. What does that even mean?
Wait, it seems like there's something else.
The key items are...
A mother's mementos?
I wonder what those could be.
So, this is saying we need to find them?
Does that mean they're hidden around here somewhere?
Even if that's true, I don't think we have the time.
Damn. Guess our time's up.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes.
Except sometimes you, Mira. Sometimes you're exempt from that. Okay, so we already have Mother's Mementos done. Figure on the inside. Successfully activate the force quit box. So now we have this. Which I would assume would be this down here. Do we have all the scenarios? Yes, it looks like they're all tied together. Let's go through D-teams. Final decision. Yeah, I think we're gonna be wrapping up today, chat. Oh my god.
I knew it. Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The three
Get
wards
this all figured
are all in
out.
the same place.
Uh-huh.
Then
Carlos!
Oh my god.
Akane. Junpei.
and Mira and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos, what happened?
Yeah, beat the fuck
Proof
up.
of friendship.
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So, does that mean?
Yeah, I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and
God.
downloaded all of them.
Then you have the other history's memories too?
Yes.
Then you're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning? First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Okay. Now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
He's a little robot
Well,
man.
you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then,
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
Oh, that must have been weird.
He said he managed to cancel the force sleep and delete functions.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what? It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in.
I'm so glad that Sigma immediately jumped to the defense of like, were you what? Like, no, hold on. It wasn't real. Hold on. So glad that we have some actually like good, decent gentlemen here that are like, you know, not misogynists and actually want to help women.
My ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room.
And beat the shit out of you.
You can see the result of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
Kind of is.
and after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
And that's when he's like, oh no, I dropped something behind the bar. Can you help me?
Sorry, but could I get confirmation on something?
Maybe.
Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
Like everything?
Wait. Why?
Why what?
Why do we know about the other histories?
Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
Oh yes, the off-the-camera old man. Why do you also have a bracelet on? What purpose does that show? What purpose does that for you?
Maybe it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana. It doesn't matter. I shall answer your question. Carlos, Kane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct?
Diana's a shifter?
Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't.
What?
You
Diana's a
jumped
shifter?
in from another history using your shift abilities.
Wait, is it actually Wesker's voice actor? Wait, is it actually? Please look it up. Yeah? Oh my god. He looks like fucking Wesker. Damn. No wonder he looked like Wesker.
And it wasn't just this one.
I do have a sort of weird approximation of knowledge. I'm very good at, like, approximately guessing things. I don't know why, I don't know how, but just... Thank you. I have a weird approximation knowledge.
Once, you have been shifting back and forth many, many times.
Diana has?
One point in space-time to another. You boldly
Okay,
took
hold.
chances.
Pause. Okay, I understand Sigma and Phi because of the events that are in VLR. I understand Akane, Junpei, Carlos because we've now experienced, like, oh, they have to be, you know, like the near-death experiences, and then we've seen them just magically teleport and jump to a different timeline. We haven't seen Diana do that except for the pods. And I wouldn't truly consider that because she's not physically doing it herself, if that makes sense. Like, Sigma and Phi both transported themselves without the help of, like, an outside device to this current timeline, and then, like, they swapped with each other. So Sigma sent his old self here and sent his younger version to the future. Phi, granted, is the same age, but, like, swapped herself in that way as well. I don't think Diana has. Because Diana and subsequently Luna are 2 different people or 2 different entities. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Diana's dead in VLR. I think. And then kind of Junpei and Carlos we've seen, and we already knew from 999 that Akane and Junpei could kind of do it. I think like to like a lesser degree, but they did it. Where they could jump through the timelines. I personally, if he's talking about like the transporter, I wouldn't consider Diana a shifter. I wouldn't consider as such, if that's what he's talking about. Unless she actually does have the ability, and we just haven't really seen it. Like, she has the ability, she just doesn't know how to, like, actually use it, then okay, fine. But if it's just for the pods, I wouldn't consider her as a shifter.
Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
Right, we just
What about me and Mira?
discussed all that.
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
You don't?
Is there a however?
I
Yes.
have another power instead.
Which is what?
The power to mind hack.
That would explain
Mind
your
hack?
hand. Okay. That would explain your hand and why you could, like, make Eric shoot everyone when he didn't mean to.
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection,
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating.
I bet if you can read
More
minds.
Specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift.
Correct.
But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories.
Right.
That shifters exist. Hence, why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this? Because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know?
Before you tell us, because I honestly could give... I actually couldn't give less of a shit. You're not answering why Eric and Mira are here. They're just two, like, random-ass people that just happen to be, like, romantically involved with each other. Like, we understood why 7 people are here. I guess. Like, sure, like, I get, like, you know, I get why C team's here. I get why D team's here. Because the majority, I'm not counting Diana, the majority can shift. Right? They can jump timelines and histories. I feel like shot in the dark. I don't think Diana is a shifter. She might carry the genetics for it and like can pass it down. Because we've already established Diana and Sigma are Phi and Delta, this guy's parents. So this is Delta's, or Phi is Delta's twin sister. Sigma has the ability to shift, which he then passed down to Phi. Diana probably has the genetic code to do something like that. Would like might be like this mind reading bullshit that we're going on about right now, but she herself doesn't have that ability. So she just might have like the genetic code for the shifting business, but she herself can't do it without external help. I'm not considering Diana a shifter. It doesn't. We've never seen her try to do it, minus the pods, and I don't consider that like an actual shifting. Like, yes, it worked, but she herself didn't prompt it in the way that like C-Team has, or in the way that Sigma and Phi had for VLR to get to here. So she might just have like the genetic makeup for it, and then when she had Phi and Delta pass whatever mind reading genes along and gave that to Delta, or like some variation of like Sigma's shifting gene and then whatever other gene, and then that just kind of mutated into mind reading. That would make sense to me. And then yeah, Eric and Mira are just kind of here. We got a bonus serial killer and a simp that works in an ice cream parlor. Sure, you know, just to balance the odds, I guess. Yes, why are we here? Why?
You give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
Great, so you're continuing the timeline.
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
You're all here because I thought it would be cool.
November 16th, 2029.
And he wanted to tell you about the snails.
Were born in this shelter.
Correct.
This was another history, of course. Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
Interesting.
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904, and then forward again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
We've gone off topic. But yes, that was one of the main...
This music is
Everything
too
that
loud for the
occurred
dialogue that's happening.
create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
So you did this to make sure
Your
that
current
you're
forms?
always
Sean,
born in a
you should
timeline.
already know about epigenetics.
Oh my god.
You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star. This is the reason I have my mind hacking abilities.
There we go.
Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter. DT, do you recall what was written on your wall?
No.
When curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
Hmm.
Is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
Huh. Oh, wait! There's more! But we already know that Junpei and Akane could do this from 999. Carlos kind of already had these powers and just kind of didn't realize what it was? Because he had told stories where it's like, oh, I could hear someone screaming in, like, burning houses, and, like, I would know how to get to them and where to find them. I would also figure out, like, what door would lead me to, like, my ultimate doom without even knowing the house layout. Just, like, he would find them and rescue people, which is why he became a firefighter. So that, in his way, was using his, I guess, shift powers. Because it's pulling the histories of the times where, like, oh, he had opened the wrong door, or you found the right door to save people. We know why Q's here. Because Q is a little robot guy. We still don't really know why Eric and Mira are here, besides that Mira is a serial killer, so she probably kind of helped along with the, like, murder mystery aspect. Because he did confirm that she killed Junpei and chopped him up. The ads are cringe and AI made. Ew. Disgusting. Sorry you had to get those. So I guess Mira was here to, like, kill various people? Question mark? And Eric is here for moral support? I don't know. Like, why is everyone else here? I get why Junpei and Akane and Carlos are here, because they're shifters, and we already knew Akane and Junpei could do that. I guess it just kind of helped realize Carlos. Why the fuck are the rest of them here? Why is Eric and Mira here? You tell him. Hell yeah. Fi's wilding out. Oh my god.
You may be right.
Someone get that shotgun away from Eric.
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing Force Quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Oh my god. Are we exploding at this facility?
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Force quit program.
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain?
Yes, the force quit program.
The shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the force quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
Die.
I will tell you one good, no, two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
No!
Why would you?
Gab.
No, Gab.
Did you kill Gab?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
Oh, he had at least another year or so left.
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I
True.
have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I have not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking.
Yeah, we have seen that you can use the force.
But I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
So you're gonna have Eric go on a murder spree.
Eric, why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now.
You should be dead.
This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other...
Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, you dramatic motherfucker.
Hey! What's the other option?
Figure your way out.
Other option!
Seek a way out. Ba-da-ba-ba.
What should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed.
Mira, you have no problem
Or
with that.
should we start killing each other now?
You have no problem doing that.
Mira?
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
I hate to
hold on.
break it to you.
Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
Near-death experience.
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is...
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it. We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then... we need to jump to where all of us are alive.
So that's before the
When we're all
experiment
alive.
starts.
Do you mean...
Before decom. Oh, before the coin toss.
The history, where we won the coin toss.
3 minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea?
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Mira doesn't fucking care.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us in the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
The us in that history have done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Huh.
Well, what about Q? Q can't actually jump because he's a robot.
1 minute until explosion.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have two choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
Yep. Oh, we get to pick? Do I have a time limit? Oh, I sure do. Chat? You know what? We'll let time run out. Go sacrifice. That's true. Death. Well, there's gonna be death in one way or another. Probably shouldn't you base up their other selves we turn into Swiss cheese. That's very true. They did that a few times, yes. Sorry, this is also the same animation for the don't press the button. It's like, oh, you press the button and we just nuke the entire facility. Final decision, all sections cleared. Okay, let's... Don't shift. Okay, wait, what's our flowchart look like? Yeah, okay, everything is filled in. So then we'll get the, we would jump up to here and leave. So we're gonna... Final decision 1, 2. So we're gonna jump, we're gonna shift.
And yeah.
Oh, this was a long cutscene, huh? Alright. We're shifting. We're going. We're jumping. Oh. Oh. Payoff. Sweet. You'd seen that. QCD and 1. No? Okay. I fucked up somewhere. So I'm supposed to go here? Yeah? Okay, I'm supposed to go here. This is the coin toss. This is the same intro.
It's red.
Oh, I don't have the skip thing. It's blue. Okay, then we get fucked over.
See? Told you it was blue.
Fuck you, Junpei.
Carlos, you asshole!
Okay. Yeah, which we had that. The intro starts playing. Wait, so then how do we...
Carlos! Carlos!
You should listen to her. I get the feeling she's seen it before.
Bracelet?
That's right.
Yeah, this is the whole intro. We learn about the voting game, we learn about the XCOM. So wait, then... This? Okay, for some reason I thought I had to, like... Pay off 2, okay. For some reason I thought I had to go into the first one. Okay, and this is where we shifted in post.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Oh no!
We all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
That's Sean. Oh, not the collective consciousness is all like plummeting down. But okay, it doesn't make sense that Q is here.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did.
Oh, must have worked.
Life is unfair. Don't you think?
Get out of here, Wesker.
You bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did.
Fuck off with the
Just
snail.
one small snail. And everyone's lives, even the world.
7 minutes and whatnot.
So, what's the big deal?
Ugh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
Damn.
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
For doing what?
Crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly...
Yeah, we... Merc did look up the voice actor, and it is actually Wesker.
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history?
No. However, this is giving me like a weird, like... It's like a weird parallel to, Umbrella Academy. If anyone watched all of the show. Or even read the comic book, because I actually don't know how, like, closely related it is. But at some point, the main cast and crew timeline shift to obviously a different timeline. And the old guy that like raises them and like trains them to use their powers is like almost completely different. And this is giving me like a similar vibe of like, oh well, the me from a different timeline, I'm not him. I didn't do those things that you're telling me. I didn't do any of that. So you can't blame me for anything. Oh, I abused you as children? Well, I'm a fucking pushover in this timeline, so I can't do that. I'm not the person you grew up with. Despite me being the exact same genetically same person, but this is a different timeline. So I'm different. I'm not that person.
If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter.
That's crazy.
No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away.
In the middle of the Nevada desert.
Is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite.
You took the quantum computer away?
Aren't you happy?
No.
I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
It is, technically. It's not the true timeline, because the true one is where Radical 6 was released, and that's how we get VLR.
According to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
Religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny its truth.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
What?
Yeah.
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
Fuck you and your maroon socks.
You're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
I hate to tell you, Q, you might not be around for much longer.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex.
Correct.
Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty. I created a future where mankind will be saved. Does that upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with?
I mean, yeah.
Very well. I will give all of you one last choice. With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you.
If we kill him
You are
now,
free to
he
decide.
doesn't make
Which shall it be?
Free the soul.
Pull the trigger, or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
Oh. We don't actually get to choose. Alright, well. Free the soul should already exist. Okay, that's fair. I think it's more of he can't continue the purpose. If they kill him, they could break free the soul. And their purpose will fall apart. Or that could be the thing that causes the nuclear war. Who knows? Matt Mercer? Yeah, we already knew that one. Was he Carlos? I forget who Matt Mercer was. Yeah, there we go. That's Wesker / Delta. Okay. I would say overall, I did like the game. I did like VLR. Well, you know what? I liked all of them. That was Sigma. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he was Sigma. Thank you. I will say I liked all of the games. I liked 999. I liked VLR. I liked ZTD. My biggest issue with ZTD is the goofy plot twist. I don't like how they executed the plot twist. More specifically, I was fine with it because like it did give you like bits and pieces of like, okay, we're giving you information on who Zero is, as they do in each one. But the way that they revealed him was kind of not even left field, like it wasn't even in the stadium. Like, it would have made more sense to have him like pop up on the screen, say like, oh, you figured out my secret, and then like have him walk through the door into the pod room. Or like really anything in that nature of like him pop up on the screen and then shown them the way to find him or him find them. Him just kind of being in the room the whole time, every time that the teams were doing something, I guess, really just made no sense. The one where they're in the library and you type in Delta for the answer, and then Q just kind of turns around and shoots the cameraman, which I guess is Old Man Delta, is really, really goofy and like makes no sense whatsoever. In the same instance of like, you tell the team of like when they've already gone through the time jumping scenarios, oh, who is Zero? It's Delta. Q turns and points at the camera. which looks like he's pointing at Gab. It kind of got revealed in such a weird way. Well, should we be jumping? Should we be jumping timelines? Aren't we killing the versions of us? Like, buddy, you've been doing it. Yeah, right? Like, I would understand for, like, Eric and Mira asking those questions. For everyone else, it would have been like, no, you've already been doing it, so you know the consequence of that happening already. Finish CQD N2. Shifter, zero escape. We've 100%ed. Wonderful. Okay, so we have everything. We have the whole flow chart. Awesome, great. Yeah, my biggest complaint of this is the zero reveal. And on like a much minor scale, the camera angles for the characters, especially for like the like shock factor ones where they're like we learned information, or oh my god, someone's dead, and they like super zoom in on the face at like a goofy angle. Just it didn't look good. Like it was kind of funny for the first few times. After a certain point, it just looked really bad. Like they just didn't know how to program the camera correctly, and they just were like, well, we have nothing better, so we're just gonna keep doing that. I didn't mind the animations of like the characters themselves. Like sometimes it didn't quite line up with the words, but programming's hard. You know, I'm gonna cut him a little slack for that. What else? Some of the endings were kind of funny, especially like the bomb endings. We're like, oh, don't press a button. Okay, we press a button, nukes the entire compound. That was really fucking funny. I definitely remember having a good giggle about that. Um, some of the other ones were like kind of goofy as well, but I don't know. I do like the structure that they gave this one. It was a little different from the past for like 99 and VLR, where we have like the three separate teams versus like, oh, we have like the one main character and then we break up into a team based on conditions. This one I did like that we had consistently the same three teams and they had their own conditions. So that was a nice change of pace. I like that we had some recurring characters as well, so it was nice having like Junpei and shockingly Akane, because I did not like her in the first game. I didn't like her in 999 at all. I thought she was the most annoying piece of shit in 999. So I'm actually kind of surprised. I liked her a lot more in this one. I do also appreciate for the tie-in that we had Sigma and Phi. The little tidbit of when Zero on the screen was still talking of like, oh, like it is the moment where like Carlos had waited around and Junpei and Akane were looking for him in hopes that he had transported back, ran into Zero on one of the screens, and they're like, oh, you said we. Are you talking about a younger brother? And Zero's like, well, technically, yes, I had a younger brother, but that's not who I'm talking about. In VLR, we learned that Sigma had made a clone of himself, and we named it Kyle, or K. And technically that was the younger brother, so that's like a nice little like tidbit tie-in. Obviously Diana looks like Luna, so we know sort of that tie-in as well. Um, I do kind of appreciate that we got some new people. I like Carlos. I think he's a really well-written character. I think he's pretty well-rounded. I really don't care for Eric and Mira at all. Eric was so annoying. He was by far the least enjoyable character, I think, across all three games. Mira was okay. She was interesting enough to be like, okay, she's cold and calculated and she's a serial killer, so like that makes her technically interesting in the realm of what's happening. I guess Eric is along for the ride. Like it really didn't feel like they added any substance. Mira, I guess, was just kind of there for like the for lack of a better term, the like sex appeal factor. Because there's always one in every game. 999 had Lotus, VLR had Alice, and kind of Clover. I really don't want to say Clover, but kind of Clover for VLR. Mira was definitely that for this game. And then they happened to make her quirky, so they made her a serial killer. Um, Eric really had zero substance. Besides, oh no, I think this was like never actually confirmed. I'm fairly certain that Mira killed his mother. Met him later in life. And felt like the same kind of feeling she had around his mother. And sort of confused that as like love. Dope bullshit, bae. Yeah, I don't know. I really didn't like Eric. Mira was whatever. I like Carlos. I actually liked Junpei was a little too much of an edgelord. But I get like why. I actually liked Akane. I've kind of always liked Sigma and Phi and like just like their dynamic. I liked it more in this one than I did VLR. I've always liked Luna slash Diana because they're essentially the same person. So I'm happy with most of the cast. So I'll say that much. Of the three, I don't know if I can claim one as my favorite. I think I want to say VLR. But like they all, truthfully, they all kind of feel in the same number realm as each other for me. So like they're all like, I don't know, scale of 1 to 10, they all kind of feel like they're around the same number. I'm gonna say VLR I think is still contender for favorite. I think I just liked more of the actual characters in VLR than any other game. Because really the only person I didn't like in VLR was Dio. Very strictly didn't like Dio. Everyone else was pretty okay with or actually liked. I think one is my favorite because I love the characters. That's fair. I definitely really liked 999 and I definitely liked VLR. 999 is only lower. It like I wouldn't consider it a favorite because I didn't like multiple characters for like various reasons. Like I found Akane really annoying in 999. I know we were Junpei. Um I don't know, I just didn't like the interactions between like Junpei and some of the other characters. Um I did, however, I like Snake, I like Seven. I like Lotus, but I don't like the fact that she had to be like the sex appeal character. Cause she's actually fascinating as a character. Like she's super intelligent. You know, she works on computers for a living. She does like essentially computer hacking. She's a mom. She's, you know, strong, independent woman. But she also just happened to be skimpily dressed. And like, I don't know. It feels bad. Yeah, Lotus needed more screen time. She definitely deserved more screen time. Um, Clover was okay. I'm not gonna say she's a favorite. I didn't dislike her, but she was fine. Um, Santa was kind of a dickhead for a lot of it. He was kind of also like edgelord, not as bad as Junpei in this one, but like he was a little edgelord. Um, Ace was an interesting villain. I think he was like pretty well designed. I'm missing someone. No, was that everyone? Anyway, there's multiple characters I disliked in 999, but multiple characters that I did like in 999. That's why it's not my favorite. VLR, I liked the majority of the cast. Except Dio. um, I like most of the cast here. Except Eric. I didn't care for Mira. I don't hate her, but I don't care about her either. Carlos grew on me. I thought he was gonna be kind of like generic white man, but I actually did like his character development throughout the story. Um, Q was an interesting plot twist. Yeah, yeah. Overall, I like the series. If they were to make a fourth one, which I don't see why they would, unless it'd be like a continuation of this one. Um, if they were to make a fourth one, I would probably play it. Past that. Yeah? Well, now we have all the Nonary games done. Which means now I can either redo Danganronpa, keep that in the same kind of thread, or there was one set of games I was gifted by the developer a little while back, like at least a couple months ago. In kind of a similar vein, where it is like the sort of murder mystery branching paths, visual novel type thing. And I've been holding off playing it just because I didn't want it to overlap with Nonary Games. So we could start that. I don't know how long they are, and I would need to like reconfirm the order that they are played in, but we could jump into that, and I would actually be really interested in doing so. So that might be on the list. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Here we go. And we finished it in just under 24 hours. We have 23 and some change. Here we go. So overall, I really liked it. I like the series. I would definitely recommend it to anyone that has like a similar interest, certainly. Oops. Oh, okay. Oh, AM Somnium Files is probably also on that list. We have some options. Let's see. Did 100% all of it, which is quite nice. We did 100% 999 and VLR. Oh, that's kind of funny. I went to the Steam page because I was gonna look up the games that I was gifted from the developer. There's a screen cap of I believe this is Sigma's hand from VLR, where it's like the white goo in his hand. Kind of funny that they pulled that in Zero Time Dilemma with Q cutting his hand and showing the white blood. Nice funny tie-in to show like, oh yeah, like I'm also a robot. We got the white goo instead of the red goo. Anyway. Now I can very nicely uninstall this. I definitely would recommend. Where is... Oh, there we go. So... let me go here. Okay, so I think the order... just so I'm looking at this correctly. For lack of a better term, because I don't actually like see it. Oh no, what is the Violence series? Okay, so this is called the Violence series. It has Mal-Violence, Proto-Violence, and soon to be released Inter-Violence. Let's see, it's another similar ordeal. Yeah, Violence for Days. Similar ordeal, if I can actually get to like the... yeah, series of dark, story-heavy sci-fi games about supervillains, silence, and little acts of love in an uncaring world. The developer had emailed me and asked if I was interested because I had played the Nonary Games, the 999, and I think I had played VLR at that point. Asked if I'd be interested in going through these. I said sure. The first two games are free, but it gave me the game code regardless. And then they did talk about the third one coming out sometime this year. So I'm tempted to hold off until the third one comes out, just so that we can kind of play them back to back. It does have a demo out. Yeah, Q3 2026. Let's see. I go to... It says similar to One Shot, which I guess also kind of makes sense. Go down and see if I can't, like... A gripping villainous scenario written by Motto of the Devils, Brian Mulholland, and Z. Escape rooms with several brain-bending puzzles. I can't read. Crafted by Spec and artificial selections. Kiyo Dev. 3 main endings and even more bad endings. Animated speaking CGs. Partial voice acting. Yeah, basically centers around evil scientists conducting experiments. You are stuck in their lab for these experiments, going through various escape rooms and various puzzles. Very similar in idea to like 999 Danganronpa. So we might hold off on this just until Interviolence gets released. But the art looks really cute. Super well designed. So that is on the back burner somewhere. They did also make another game that I have a demo for that I'm actually holding for Shocktober, and it's called Bad Faith. Same devs. Let's see. Don't know if this is like a prequel. It's a psychological horror / drama visual novel. I want to say no. I want to say it's probably separate storyline. Yeah. So we got options. I do have the AI Somnium files. I do have the main 3 Danganronpa games. I have already played the first 2. I can play them again. Sorry. Yeah. There's a bunch of games on the back burner, because we have the Voice of Cards. I have the trilogy for that too. The first one was really interesting. I actually really like the first one. I've heard the other 2 are not as good. As it is with most trilogies. 2 out of the 3 are not the best, but whatever. several Metroidvanias I could play. We technically never finished Silk Song. I would have to like, I don't think start a new file. I would have to get myself reacquainted. Because I would like to actually finish Silk Song. It is just getting to like the last little hard bit of the game, where it is like the final handful of bosses before we can set the world straight. Yes and no. What you've seen is me play on stream. I did, however, sort of co-play with the rat. He would go and run, and I would kind of be like the map person, sort of direct where he needed to go, which we did a lot of that. I enjoy. I would like to preface, I like doing that, where I would be the person that looks up things and sort of guides whoever's playing and be like, oh, you're stuck somewhere, let me look it up. Oh, okay, you have to go here, or you gotta do this thing. Hi, Warlord. Welcome in. So I co-played pretty much the entirety of Silk Song. The bit they have seen of me playing on stream is sort of how I knew what to expect while I played, is because I had seen already what happened. To no fault of my own, I don't give a shit about spoilers, so I did not care. If I were to go back, I probably would restart a file just on my own time and get reacquainted with the controls again. Get used to like the combat system again. And then probably pop back in so that we can finish the last like, I want to say like quarter of the game. Like we don't have much left. We're just collecting the hearts. That's the bit that we're doing right now, is we're collecting the hearts. So we got one, an optional heart. We need to collect the other 3. I know exactly where they are. I know who the bosses are that we have to fight to get them. I know where to go once we do have them. And I know the final boss. So we're not too far from the end, but I would need to relearn the controls to jump back in. I also, through Hollow Knight, never actually fought Grim. Or did I? Did I fight Grim? I know I didn't fight Nightmare Grim. I need to look at my file for Hollow Knight, the one that I did on stream, because I still have that file. And whether or not I fought Grim. But we have other Metroidvanias. I was gifted Blasphemous for Christmas, I believe. I have 9 Souls. I have Crypt Custodian. I have Solemn Sanctuary. I've had for ages and just like never touched because I don't know, it looks super cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Ender Lilies in the art style. I also have Sundered, which is like a Eldritch looking kind of Metroidvania. Also looked really cool. I have Unepic, which I didn't realize was a Metroidvania, but it's a really long one. I did try streaming that one a while back, like when I first started streaming. Not too many people seem to care for it. Probably also because I didn't really know what I was doing. I think if I were to start it again, I think I'd have a better understanding of what I need to do. Maybe. Maybe. Uncertain. But I have a handful of Metroidvanias I can jump into. I have Somnium Files. We can jump back into Danganronpa. We can jump back into Voice of Cards. I do have various demos that I've either been stockpiling because of Shocktober or just various silly goofy demos for if there's a day that I don't know what to play, I can just pull up a demo and see where that goes. I do have a pair of games that I've debated playing on stream for the the 3 people out there that would care for it. And it is the Homestuck, I guess they're visual novels? Point and click visual novel made by the author of Homestuck with the characters or similar character designs from Homestuck. And it's called Hive Swap. Normal human person gets weirdly introduced to the world of the trolls, which is what they're called. The grayskin, candy corn, horned creatures. All I remember from Homestuck, it was by the dude that made Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You are correct. He made a few other webcomics. I guess that's what they would be called. Homestuck was his longest running one, the most in-depth one, but he made a few others that were way shorter. I did, for better or for worse, read all of it and kept up to date with it in high school while it was still being published. So I'm very, very familiar with the realm of it. I have played both off stream in my own time because they aren't super long. I don't know if a third one is planned to come out. I'd imagine it would be. Just through story-wise. No, this is kind of like a middle. 2020. Oh my god. There hasn't been a third one announced. Was it good? It was definitely reminiscent. It was reminiscent of like the OG Homestuck stories. You can tell it was made with that in mind. Has similar character designs, sort of. How do I explain this? When you're reading Homestuck, the majority of the time you see the characters one way, and the small handful of times there were small animations where you would see them in a different style, like more full-fledged, more like developed, like you could actually see that they're like human-ish looking versus like not stick figure, but like kind of like a blocky character-esque thing. The game is in a style of the more animated, fleshed out version, which I like more for the type of game that it is. Story-wise, it's silly goofy. It's definitely reminiscent of Homestuck because it itself is silly goofy, even though there is nuance to it. There are complexities in the world itself, and they do sort of dive into those complexities a little bit in the second game. The first game is kind of like introducing you to the main heroine of the game. I forget her name. I want to say Joey. So the first game is introducing you to Joey and her personality, how she's kind of like acting, how she kind of sees the world. At the end of the first game is when you get introduced to one of the trolls. Second game kind of gets you more introduced to the world that is Homestuck and all the trolls and their caste system, their rules, judgments, how their powers work. Like you get more in depth in the second one. It's interesting if you cared about Homestuck. If you didn't, it's a decent game still, but I don't know if anyone would actually care if you weren't already sort of into that fandom. I've been tempted to play it because the games are short. The first game is maybe like a couple hours. Second game definitely is a little longer. I want to say maybe like 4 or 5. I actually like jump into it. Where do you sit? 4.5, because I've only played that one once. I didn't even get all the achievements for it. Oh, I'm missing so many achievements for it. What the fuck? Did I get enough in the first one? Got all of them in the first one? I'm missing 1 in the first one. Sure, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's cute, but you definitely would be more interested if you were already kind of in the fandom versus if you weren't. I'm actually curious now. We're gonna look up Time Swap Act 3. Is that planned? Time Swap Act 3 coming 2026. Free demo available now. Honestly, big shot that is still happening. Play the demo. Oh my god, it's sick as hell. Oh, it's on itch.io for the 3rd. Yes, I'm 18 years and older, because that was pertinent. Free demo of Act 3, point-and-click adventure. Party hard in the queues. Response, what? Okay, well, So, I'm on itch.io. It looks like, just from the, like, game screenshot that I'm looking at, you... Not exactly sure. It looks like you're probably mainly playing as one of the trolls. It looks like the 2nd highest cast. Just based on like the attributes that I can see. Update December 14, 2025. Okay. Well, no? Okay. Well, I guess I'll just kind of keep an eye out for it on Steam, if it does go through Steam. So maybe, I don't know. Both games are relatively short. The first one is maybe like a couple hours, second one's about 4.5. Maybe less. This one just has a demo for Act 3, but it looks like it might be coming out sometime this year. So that could be an option too. Sorry. The development of... So it was announced that there would be July 16, 2022. 2 years later, July 20th, 2024. There's another presentation. Okay. Yeah, so it's looking like maybe probably this year, sometime this year. Character... Yeah, demo December 13, 2025. Expected in 2026, according to community updates. Okay, so maybe, I don't know. We'll maybe keep that on the back burner too. If you guys would be interested in doing that. Kind of feels like Deltarune, where Toby Fox released like the first couple chapters, and it was like 6 years later released chapter 3. Type of situation. Might be a fun rabbit hole. Oh god. And what sucks more, I have not a photographic memory. Certainly not that. I have a very good memory, however. I remember too much shit. I hate to tell you the fact that I still remember the majority of the lore that is in Homestuck from well over at least 10 years ago. At minimum 10 years ago. I remember the caste systems. I remember the blood types. I remember what most of the blood types do. I remember their romanticism system. I remember the main cast that was based around the 12 zodiacs. The 4 kids. Kids, because there was like a weird paradoxical situation that I will not get into because that'll take far too long. I remember the weird kind of main villain, question mark, if he could even be considered that, and it was based on the premise of Ouroboros / Sharums. I remember the worlds that it took place on, which is a form of Earth and Alternia. I remember too much shit, and I haven't thought about this probably since I played Hive Swap Act 2. Which I don't remember when that came out, but that was at least 5 or so years ago, and it wasn't even like important information because they told you it in the game. So if we're not counting that, it definitely would be over 10 years that I haven't thought about this. And I still remember the majority of everything. Why? I couldn't tell you. I can tell you. Uranus like, yeah, this stays. This is permanent. Not even. I have so much information about the dumbest shit. About like such non-important information. That like, if you just prompt the right thing, I'll just remember. I'll just randomly remember key tidbits about things, just randomly. I have all the information that I could possibly need and remember about my friends, my family, co-workers, managers that they've told me, and that I keep in the back of my mind constantly, but will only arise as needed. So I could tell you, I'm obviously not going to because this would dox a lot of my VTuber friends, and I'm not going to do that. I know so many of my VTuber friends' government names, and they've told me maybe like once or twice. But like, it's just in there now. Like, oh, I can tell you like, oh, so-and-so's government name is this or this. I have a general knowledge of where they live. Or, oh, like, I have, we're just going based on the rat because I know his full legal government name. First, middle, and last. I know his exact address because I've visited him before. I know his previous 2 addresses. I know the roommates that he lived with, and their names, how long he lived with them. I know his parents' names. I've never met them. I know his aunt's name. I've never met her. I have so much information that isn't pertinent, isn't important, except for very specific given scenarios. And I just have it readily available whenever the fuck I want. Fucking... I'm pretty confident that I might know Mew's social security number. I'm almost confident that I might know my brother's and my dad's social security numbers. For no good reason. I think the only reason I know my dad's is for insurance purposes, for one time when I went to go get glasses. I don't know why I would know my brothers. I have no reason to actually have that. I think I just saw it by accident, in passing. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't have a photographic memory. I know that for certain. But I have too much memory. I remember too many things. I definitely know that I have a higher than average IQ. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I think last I checked, you you take those like internet quizzes and they like test your IQ. I got 119. The average is like 98. The national US average, I believe, is like upper 90s. I got 118. So, I don't even know how like official that test is, to be honest. But I know I'm definitely above average. And yet here I am, using my incredible memory for a long-standing webcomic, fictional webcomic about 4 kids, an alternate planet timeline, a whole, societal uprising and other bullshit. Far too many cat facts. Far too many for any reasonable, sane person to have. Various knowledge on how to, like, dismantle and rebuild various technological pieces, like a PC, a Switch, a DS, a Wii, a phone. Understanding how cars function. It's just far too much information for, like, one person to have readily available, I think. More fun facts about Lucy. I've been tempted to make a command. I would have to ask Cryptic, I think, of kind of how he does for Bus, where there's if any of you have sat in Bus's chat, there are a couple like randomizer commands. One is death, and he'll print like a random silly death, such as piano falls on you with a specific date and time. Was born different, parentheses, defective, specific date and time. There's another one where it's tips, and it's just like silly, like, oh, tip, water is wet. Tip, there's a couple different ones, but like randomizer things. If I learn how to do that, I was tempted to put one of like fun facts of Lucy or random cat facts, and you could just do like exclamation fact or cat fact, something, and you just get a random fact. You just get a random something. I would need to poke Cryptic on how to do that, because I don't know how to do that through Mix It Up. I think Cryptic made it his own separate program. He calls the Pop-Tart bot. So I might need to poke him about that. Anyway, I've been yapping far too long. I feel oddly sleepy. I think that's just because my body has been trying to adjust to waking up earlier. I also ate several pizza breadsticks, and that could equally also be why I am feeling sleepy. I ate almost a whole box on my own. So, that being said, let's go find someone to raid. That's playing Repo. Someone's playing Bayonetta. Okay. Fluid's playing Marvel Rivals. Let's go. Let's say Azza. We haven't seen Azza in a very, very long time. Alright, go say hi to Azza. They're very friendly. I believe, if they haven't rebranded, last I saw they were sort of like an Anubis-like character. I think they might have rebranded though, so I'm not exactly sure, but go say hi to them, go be nice, go hang out, go support them through Bayonetta. Like I said, I might not be streaming Wednesday. If I do, I'll let you guys know. Until then, I'll probably see you Sunday. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you whenever I see you next. Bye-bye!